and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. He'll bring it out. It's Fox. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. A first down for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the big fella. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The freshman quarterback very fortunate for that one to fall incomplete. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback will keep it. Got enough for the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Jennings. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Utah State.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, the ground game. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here, blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. A designed run for the quarterback. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on 4th down. Using his feet. Crosses the 40. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. You saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads
throws for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cardinal.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. Fielded in the end zone. It's Fox. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. First down here for the offense. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to take off. Pulls it in. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to run it. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
Smashes it between the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead. So So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it out. It's Fox. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score. Stanford 10, Utah State 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. On the move. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do it.
And that's a live ball behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Now improvising. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd down, going up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. It is perfect. And wait a second, there's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Oh, he's going to take a chance. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Caught in the backfield, it's Abraham. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Gets it to the back.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Trying play action. fires to the middle. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They're setting up the screen. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Aggies with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Get it out on the screen. He makes a stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Number 15, set to kick this one away.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the ball is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, please bring it back. Bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you do, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Wow. I don't love that throw by the QB, man. It's not a good idea to lob the football anywhere in the middle of the field because it gives defenders an opportunity to rally to the ball and knock it away.
Floating away. Trying to make magic with his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That is the exact situation that every defense draws up. I want you in 3rd and long. I want you in a predictable passing situation. But I don't want you with that guy because that guy can run around, scramble, buy time, make 3rd and long look like 3rd and short, and pick up a first down.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Trying to find his man on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Utah State about to kick it off to open the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Nicholson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Going to the run to start this second half. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20. A pickup of 5.
All right, great little run. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. A third and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He's got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. From the gun, running back on the move. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next time.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Wants to throw on third down. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinal. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying his defense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Fox. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football.
Going over the top. Reels it in as he goes out of bounds on the right side for a huge play.
And when you dial up the flea flicker, you're looking for an explosive.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He wants to throw. They're working that left side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Utah State up-tempo. He's looking for an open man on second down. Finds his tight end. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Still running at the 40. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy because of his frame. They're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Looking to buy time. He'll pull it down and run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Working on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Stanford now has it in the red zone. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now on the move. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loses 2. Offense facing 4th down. Number 12 on the field goal. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Stanford 24, Utah State 14.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And they'll push that lead down a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Georgia State is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over Tennessee. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed him. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Snagged in the middle. It's Jennings. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has...
Going deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On 4th down, looking to pass. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Obviously, they fail on that 4th down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
I'll say this, man, in college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Now the toss. Oh, what a move! A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. It's 1st and goal as Stanford comes to the line. On the option. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the deep.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Third and goal for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback adapted. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Utah State, 14.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Fox. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were really disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's caught. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. He's looking to throw it right down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. They get him down after he makes the catch.
This is an offense that obviously practices 2-minute situations, but they're not executing it right now, and I don't like the play call. You got to be throwing to the sticks, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines so guys can get out of bounds.
Zings it complete to the right, and they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to the air one more time. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. On the run, fires downfield. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Stanford! And the route is on. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like, when you look that good coming off the bus, those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.